Hey guys, Sandy here. Welcome back to the channel. So today starts 31 days of cut files, and this is hosted by MK. And I planned on cutting out my cut file with my, making that happen, but it's not happening today. I can't find my power cord to my Cricut, so yeah. I can't find it, and I've been up and at work since 4:30 this morning, so I'm a little tired. So I'm gonna do a little sipping and a little stenciling. Now, I'm actually drinking white wine because it's a nice warm evening, and it's nice to have a glass of cool white wine. So anyway, the photo that I am going to scrapbook is of Christopher and I in the lounge at the airport. Lounge access is phenomenal. Let's just be real. So he took this selfie of us, and I, of course, am using the Up, Up, and Away stencil from Scrapping Reflections, and I'm also going to use some of the Simple Stories Here and There collection. Sorry if you're hearing the noise from the outside. This is very travel-esque, and we are traveling. So let's see what I can do. Guys, so I'm going to start out with that Simple Stories 12 by 12 collection pack, and it's got a bunch of papers and a sticker sheet. Now I'm going to be super transparent and honest with you guys. I kind of forgot that it had a sticker sheet when I did the layout, so there are no stickers from that sticker sheet on this layout. Now I ended up picking this paper right here, so it has like arrivals, departures, it's all that. It's definitely an airport paper. Right? Like definitely an airport paper. So I'm going to take my Up, Up, and Away stencil. And again, this is from Scrapping Reflections. Full disclosure, I am scrapping reflections. Okay? Just in case you were wondering, I do get questions sometimes about, is Scrapping Reflections reputable? Well, I hope so because it's me. I am taking some Chroma Glaze. This is from Brutus Monroe. You guys know I love me some Brutus Monroe. And I am using a silicone brush to go ahead and place my media here through the stencil. Now, I'm not doing it fully. I don't want a full 12 by 12 stencil of these airplanes, but I do like what I've got going on here. I do have full airplanes. I have non-full airplanes. And then I have thicker bits of the Chroma Glaze than in other places. So now I'm going to bust into the 6x8 paper pad. Woohoo, we're busting into papers. Exciting, right? I don't know if you caught it, but there is a mini paper of the 12 by 12 that I'm using. I decided that I needed this map paper with the airplanes on it. Now, my original thought was not to tear the top edge, but when I tore it out of the paper pad, I accidentally tore the upper left-hand corner, so I just embraced it. Now, I guess I could have just cut that off and had a straight edge up at the top, but you know what? I'm embracing the tearing, right? I'm embracing it. So I'm going to go ahead and mat my photo on this really thin diagonal stripe. So I left my photo as a 4x6 photo, and I matted it on a 4.5 by 6.5 piece of paper, and then I'm going to place that on top of the airplane and matte paper. Now, this is a rarity for me, you guys, and I mean super rarity. I hardly ever scrap with one collection. I love mixing and matching. I love pulling stuff from my stash with newer items. Like, these are newer items, to me at least, because, I had ordered them and never unboxed them or put them away or anything, because, who has time for that? Who has time to actually open the stuff that they order? So anyway, this is rare. Like, my entire layout, besides my stencil that I brought in, is all the Simple Stories collection, right? Like, I'm still in awe with myself that I did. Well, you know what? I just lied to you guys. it's not all the Simple Stories collection. There is thread, which I learned is doily thread, and then there is also the stencil and the mixed media, right? But all of the product itself is all from the Simple Stories Here and There collection, which is awesome. Like, it's a beautiful collection. I'm here for it. I am 100% here for the colors. I am 100% here for the theme, right? Like, I am a super fan. So I am building the top of my layout without it being on the background. And the only reason why I am doing it this way is because the background is still wet, and I wasn't exactly sure how I wanted to build the layers around my photo. Now, if you are thinking, wow, that was a weird gap, awkward pause, yeah, it was, because moment of total transparency here, people, I am laying on my bed with my iPad, voicing this over, and I dropped the iPad onto my throat, and then my chin stopped the recording. So there we are. Now I am going to go ahead and layer up 2 tags right here. So obviously there's some nakedness here. There are some naked nag holes. Oh, Lord in heaven. I probably sound like a nag when I talk about naked tag holes. But anyway, the naked tag holes are going to have to go. Like, they're not going to stay that way. But I'm not so much of a maniac that I have to immediately, put something in those tag holes. So I've got this doily here. It's a felt doily, and I'm trying to figure out what the heck I want to do with it. I know I want to bring it in. Look, there's another item that wasn't in the collection. Holy crap. Okay, so here I am talking about how I've only used one collection for this layout. I'm bringing in other items, but I feel like these are like accessory items. They aren't really other papers or embellishments or things. Well, I guess a doily's an embellishment. I don't know what I'm saying. Do you guys know what I'm talking about, though? I only used one collection and brought in some extracurriculars. There we go. Some extras. Speaking of extras, I am stoked. I still am not receiving the entire collection from Chamel, but I got another shipping notice that some of the embellishments and those beautiful purple thickers are on their way to me. So as soon as they arrive, I will get them up in the shop. You guys have no idea. I did not think I was going to get any of it, even though I pre-ordered it, because the site is so small, and I didn't order, pallets of it like the bigger name stores would. But I'm excited, you guys. It's coming. Anyway, I don't even know how I got on to talking about that, but there we are. So I got the doilies going down. I do washi tape them to the back here. I do have the fun foam that is on here, and that is going to help lift this up off the page and also make it so that nothing is kind of leaning down and falling down into where the doily is. So now I'm going to figure out what I want to put here on that doily where the airplane is. And at first I thought I was going to use these faker brads. Like, they're not real brads, okay? I cannot tell you how much this grinds my gears. And I know that they're called adhesive brads. Whatever. Bring back my brads. Bring back my brad tines, because I like them. The only thing good about them in this situation is I did not have to actually poke them through anything and then decide, oh, I don't like that, and cover it up. Because I do decide I don't like that, and I move things around. Which is fine, right? Like, sometimes your first choice is not the way that it goes. That is a big, big bird. Holy Moses, it's a hummingbird, you guys. There's a hummingbird outside my bedroom window right now. And it's a fatty. Okay. So I find this camera die cut and I cut off the camera strap because one, I hate all that white in between the camera strap, right? Like I hate that. Two, I didn't want the strap hanging out. I just wanted the camera. Then I find a little word phrase and I'm going to tuck that in there as well, and that makes me happy. Oh goodness. Sorry I'm yawning so much, guys. I've been doing the early shift at work, so we get there at 4:30. So yeah, I'm sleepy tired. So here's where I'm putting in that crochet thread into the tag holes so they're not naked and I don't have to nag anybody about them. I'm going to go to trim them down, and then once I get that done, I'm like, oh, I should probably put my layout onto my background. Like, stop building the layout and just go put it on the background. So I'm going to use Nuvo Deluxe adhesive to adhere to the back here, and that is where the fun foam is, and also where the felt doily is, because that is the raised up part and that is the part that I want stuck to the paper. So it's going to give me a little lift off the background here. It's not going to be huge. There's not like 30,000 feet of dimension or anything like that, but I am happy with the results. So I'm going to look at these little bits and pieces and these things of ephemera and see if I need it to bring in any more. I don't know if I actually do bring in any more or if I'm just like, stop trying to add things because you're good and it's done. Now I look at this layout and I'm like, okay, it's missing something and I don't want to put a border around it, and I can't like draw a sketchy border around it because hello, it's a screen basically at an airport. So ultimately I decided I'm going to tear off the top up here and just a little bit. And I figured it was totally okay to tear since I had that small bit of paper tearing on the photo mat. And then I'm going to cut down this striped 6x8 paper so that my stripes are smaller in size. And I'm going to go ahead and put that on this side of the layout. And then ultimately I decide to go ahead and put it on the other side too. And I think that adding that small bit of this paper here, that striped paper, really adds a lot to the layout. And for me, it finishes it off. So you might be looking at this and going, where's your splatter? Where's your enamel dots? Where's your this? Where's your where's your clear and concise title? And where's your journaling? Fun fact there, guys, it's not there. And it's not going to be there because this is the way I want to scrapbook the layout, and this is the way I'm happy with it. And also, just in case you needed to hear this, you don't need to put a title on every single layout, right? Like, there is no scrapbooking police that's going to come and arrest you and put you in paper jail because you don't have a title on your page. You do you. Just do you. All right, guys, that is going to be it for me. Thanks so much for watching, and I will see you guys again real soon for another video.